holiday season is one giant fight for attention from consumers who are ready to buy. How are you going to stand out? I get it. As we roll into the end of the year, it feels like it's time to put our feet up and drink a pumpkin spice latte. But let me tell you, that's probably not what you want to do if you want to have a strong fourth quarter or if you want next year to be your best year yet. So today, I'm going to share some tips with you to remind you why the holiday season might be the absolute best time for you to be out there marketing. First of all, remember, there is a ton of opportunity at the end of the year. Lots of opportunity around you. It's the reason why you see so many holiday ads, because all of our retail friends are taking advantage of this time. And so it's your opportunity to really step forward and be visible and put a hot offer out there, or put 10 hot offers out before the end of the year. Right now in my own company, that's what we love to do at the end of the year, because we know that we can benefit from the holiday spirit. We can benefit from what the retailers are doing. So we're always coming up with creative ways that we can help our clients. Second, remember that this time of year, people are in good spirits, right? When you see them out at the mall, they have a special coffee cup in hand, and they're excited to be out. They're smiling. And especially coming out of the pandemic, people are more excited than ever to be able to celebrate the holidays again. So this is your opportunity to be aware of the good spirits that are around you, the excitement that's in the air, and be part of it. So when you think about your marketing, and when you think about the email that you might send out, the holiday post that you're putting up, does it elicit the excitement and the joy of the season? Does it make people feel good? Because this time of year, people want to feel really good. So bring them joy, bring them happiness through your marketing. Third, remind yourself of the problem you solve or the need you meet, and why it's so important, and maybe why it's more important than ever, especially as we come toward the end of the year. Just think about that for a moment right now. What is the problem you solve or the need you meet for your clients? And why does it matter? Taking a moment to reassess how you help your clients or your customers is really important before you dive into the year-end marketing frenzy. Because when you know how your product or service solves a problem or meets a need, and you can think about those clients that you've helped during the year, it makes it so much easier to put that into your marketing. In fact, the holiday season is a great time to celebrate success stories of how your product or service has helped your clients throughout the year. And we love to do that. We love to celebrate the successes that our clients have had. We love to acknowledge them. We love to talk about their stories. And that's how other people, other prospects will find you as well, because if they can see themselves in a testimonial that you share or in a success story that you share, they're much more likely to buy from you. Fourth, and this is so important, at the end of the year, corporations and individuals have more money than you might even imagine. I think there's this belief that people are tired of buying or people are going to stop buying, when in fact, especially corporations, right, they're sitting on budgets that they might not have spent during the year. So if you sell to corporations, this is a great time for you to check in with them. And this can be current clients, past clients, or prospects. And just see if there's any way that you can help them. And remember to lead your communication by reminding them of the problem you solve, the need you meet, and a recent success story. Those three elements in all of your marketing, whether it's email, whether it's social media posts, whether it's a phone call that you're making, will help people decide whether or not your product or service is for them as well. Now, if you sell to small business owners, don't underestimate the power of this time of year, either in terms of how much money there is that they might need to spend as well before the year is up. Small business owners will be looking at their tax liability between now and the end of the year. And they're going to be deciding, whether or not they need to spend more money before the year is up to limit their tax liability. And so this could be a great time to have that conversation. This happens in my company every year. Inevitably, we'll have a new client show up that wants to pay a lump sum for an entire program or a good percentage of it because they tell me, you know what, I need a tax write-off, so I just want to do this right now. Or one of the corporations we've worked with in the past might reach out and say, hey, we have some training dollars we need to spend before the end of the year. Can you help us out? Yes, I can help you out. Now, remember, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a tax specialist. I'm not a CPA. So definitely check with your CPA before you spend money to alleviate some of your tax liability. Finally, the end of the year is an opportunity to pick up the phone and connect with people. You might be surprised to find that people really do want to connect this time of year. In fact, they might be more likely to want to connect than ever before. There's something about the holidays where everyone says they're really busy, and I think they are really busy personally, right? There's a lot of social events that are happening. There's a lot of parties that people are going to. There's some work parties as well. But overall, when you check in with people who work at corporations or who are in their businesses, I tend to find that people are they're pulling back a little bit, unless of course their business is seasonal and it tends to pick up this time of year. But otherwise, when you reach out to call someone, it's pretty likely that they're going to answer the phone. It's pretty likely that they might be a little bit chatty. It's pretty likely that this is the perfect time to connect with them. It's a perfect time to set an appointment. Now, when you're reaching out this time of year, there can be the tendency for someone to say, you know what, call me back in January or February. And I totally respect that. I would say it back. I'd say, yeah, I can absolutely call you back in January or February. And what I'm curious about is if there's anything I could help you with right now. So you point them back to the right now, and they might say, you know, there is a training project that's, you know, on the plate, or there is this product or service we've been thinking about. And so you open up that door again, because it is easy for people to say, you know, call me in a few months or call me in the new year, but just simply ask, is there anything I can help you with right now? And then don't say anything else and see what they say. Since you're still hanging out with me, I have a pro tip for you because I want to help you even more with your marketing ideas through the end of the year. And here's the thing. This is an idea that I use in my company all the time. And it definitely helps us come up with creative ideas when we feel super blocked of what are we going to do next with our marketing. Even if we had a marketing plan for the year, sometimes it can feel stale. So if your marketing feels a little bit stale right now and you're not sure what to do to take advantage of this time of year, here's my pro tip. Create a list of 50 ideas on how to market your business over the holidays and then narrow it down. What's great about this is when you come up with 50 ideas, I guarantee you there's going to be gold on that list. When you can narrow it down to the top 10 ideas and then the top 5, my guess is that in that list of your top 5 ideas, you have something that you could use to immediately bring in new prospects. So don't underestimate the power of this idea. The other thing, though, is that I want you to think about is some people get overwhelmed just thinking about 50 ideas. It's a great exercise to do with the team because obviously it's faster and easier to get to 50 ideas when you have people helping you, or create the question, put it in a Google Doc or a shared document, and then ask your team members to all share in the doc some of the ideas that they have, and then get to the 50. But sometimes you really have to push yourself and you really have to encourage your team, or even put a contest around it. You know, whoever comes up with the most ideas is going to get a gift card to their favorite coffee shop or something. You'd be surprised what people will do for you know, $10 gift cards to Starbucks. So hopefully this was helpful for you today as we talked about how to make your marketing really sparkle during the holiday season. Today we specifically talked about how to stand out. And first, it's important to remember that there's a lot of opportunity at the end of the year. It's not a time to put your feet up. It's definitely a time to be out there marketing. Second, it's a great time to be marketing because people are in great spirits and you want to take advantage of what all of our retail friends are doing with putting all of their ads and their joy out there. And remind yourself of the problem you solve or the need you meet and why it's so important. You might even want to bring out old testimonials or share those testimonials or those case studies in your marketing. Plus, remember, there's more money than you can ever imagine. Lots of corporations and small businesses need to spend money before the end of the year, and you can help them do that. Plus, you can make a difference in their business and in their life. Finally, this time of year, when people are in great spirits, it's an opportunity to pick up the phone and connect. You'd be surprised how many people will answer the phone, call you back, or answer an email because maybe things have slowed down a little bit, or maybe they're just willing to have more conversations or willing to connect because of the season. It's a great opportunity to make those cold calls you've been thinking about. And if you feel stuck in your marketing, create a list of 50 ideas. And again, get your team involved, put a contest around it, because this is a phenomenal way to come up with at least 5 solid marketing ideas that you can implement before the end of the year. If you enjoyed this video, stick with me because next up, I'm going to talk about how to keep marketing during the holiday season. And remember, your 2X is waiting for you too.